Hey guys, welcome back to Brad and Jaz. This video is going to be about stripping this van and getting it ready so we can build it. Before we get too deep into this video, I just wanted to mention how important this really is to get your van sorted and prepped before you make any changes to it. So we wanted to make sure there was no rust or any parts or pieces that needed fixing before we got too far into the build. So with our van, there was a couple steps to this. It used to be a delivery van, so we had to take off all the paneling, all the tie down points, and also the floor. Alright, first task is to take all the existing bits and pieces out of this, take these panels off, take all the hooks out and the flooring. We want to make sure that we get it nice and clean, make sure we rust proof it all before we get started on the vans. Alright, good little start. Ripped all those strappings off of the wall and they came off pretty easy. Looks like they set it up nice and properly when they actually put it in. No rust around them, which is great. I do have to do the overhead wood, get that out, and then also the floor, which is probably going to be a bigger mission, but a nice little start. No rust pockets at the moment, so we'll keep pushing through. All right, we're back at it today. We're pulling off all the panels, trying to get the carpet off, started taking off the wheel arches because we need to get all of this out so we can check underneath for any rust. How are you going on with that one?
Just struggling on this one, so I'm glad that you caught this moment.
First peek behind the wall. Yeah, looks okay.
I don't think we're going to have any nasty surprises.
Okay, we almost have everything out. We just have this one last bit of flooring to pull out. So heaps of positives today, one negative, the door's jammed, so we're gonna have to get that fixed. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's not working. All the overhead stuff's been pulled out, all the side paneling, so we're ready to clean it out.
We thought that last piece of flooring had liquid nails under it, but it was just this strip of Velcro, so we got it. Now, it took us several hours to get the subflooring out yesterday. They'd used about 6 different fittings and we did have to get underneath the van to loosen some, but today we're ready to clean.
We've got a bit of a to-do list for the next couple of days. Clean, Jaz is doing that now. Next up, rust proofing, order foil board and measure the windows. So I suppose we can start the rust proofing.
Cleaning has been a real bonding experience so far, just going through and actually touching every single little bit of the van. And even though it's not coming up like clean, it's getting it dust free and removing anything that counts as crappage.
So rust proofing is going to include like trying to knock off these edges here. It's just basic sort of surface rust where old bolts were, and just making sure that if there are any spots that need covering up, that we just chuck some rust proof on there. I'm going to give these a bit of a steel wall to get rid of this. So you can see that most of that rust has come off, looking a lot cleaner than it was. So now we'll just put some rust proof on top of that and we should be good to go. Jaz is just finishing the last of the cleaning and I'm about to get into some rust proofing. So we're just going to go around and rust proof all these holes, make sure that they don't rust over time. All right, we can tick off clean.
Clean enough.
Rust proof. We've just done that. You can see by all the red crap everywhere. I've measured this and I've measured this. So I just need to order this when I get home and order this when I get home as well. All right, back at the van today to do last of the prep work. We have already made our first mistake, so we need to rectify that today. We needed to actually tape out everything so we can work out where the windows are going. So I measured all of these, but we hadn't actually placed anything on the ground to work out where everything's going to sit, because we don't want to put a big window here if it's actually over the bed. So today we're going to tape out all the parts of the van to try and get an idea of where everything's going to sit, and then we can order the side window for the kitchen and the back windows on either side for the bed. Okay, I'm super glad we've done that because we've already worked out that we would have made a huge mistake by ordering the big windows. So I just want to show you what that is. So super quick layout. Obviously that's the water closet, so the shower, potentially toilet in there as well. We've got the kitchen, the seat, the bed, another seat, and the sink. We actually switched the sink and the propane around for the stove because of some feedback we got, which was awesome, thank you. The problem is we were going to get a full-size window in here for the kitchen, but the kitchen's actually only going to go pretty much straight up that beam right there. So it's going to sort of end about here, and that's the top of the height of the bench. So really, if we put a window here, it's going to overlap with the seat. And it's probably not a big deal, but it's probably just not going to look very good to have a full window there when the kitchen's across this part. So maybe we'll do just a little smaller one in here so you can still see out, but we won't be able to go through this upright obviously because that's the supporting the actual van. But apart from that, I'm pretty happy with it. We might have to cut into this a little bit to give us a little bit more room here. We were going to extend this out, but I think we're just going to do a little fold out top on that, so we get a little bit more bench space. Apart from that, I think it's going to look alright.
Okay, we've taped out some very rough looking windows. These will actually be square and rectangular as they should be once they're in. So we do have 2 little bedside windows, one on either side. And in the kitchen, we were concerned that because the window can't go directly over the kitchen bench how we wanted, that it might look really strange if it's not centered. But then we did find an example, thank you Instagram, and we think we can actually make it work. So the new plan is to have pretty much a full length window still, but it will go half over the kitchen bench, half over the seat, and then just the cooktop will be with only wall behind it.
So that's pretty much it for the prep of this particular build.
We have gone ahead and ordered some insulation materials, but we are undecided whether or not we should actually insulate under the floor, because in Australia it is pretty hot. We are sweating right now, but maybe it will help to keep some of the heat out. So let us know in the comments what you would do.
Yeah, next video will probably be sound deadening this thing and potentially putting the flooring in. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified when we put out the next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.